Hey Dallas, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. My apologies. My Skype crashed from the moment that you called, and I had to close it and then reopen it. I've been dealing with that for quite some time, so
No, that's all good.
my
It's all
apologies.
good.
So Dallas, a singer-songwriter, is joining me here on Chilling with Jeffrey Kenny C. Now, um, you are originally from Kentucky, but you currently reside in Nashville, Tennessee. Um,
Yes, I do. Yeah.
let's get into it. What made you decide to be a singer songwriter?
Well, I've always loved to sing. I've grown up singing in my church. When I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a worship leader, so I grew up with that influence. And then, when I was about 9, my brother moved away. He was my best friend, and so I was pretty lonely and bored all the time. And so my grandmother saw an ad for a local venue that was also giving guitar lessons. And so I signed up for guitar lessons and started singing. And then I started singing at that venue. And from there, a video was seen of me on YouTube from a producer in Nashville. And kind of the rest is history. I've been coming down here for almost 7 years, and then I moved here 2 years ago.
That's awesome. So interesting
Yeah.
thing about the name in particular, Dallas, as in
Mhm.
the city, Dallas, Texas. And then your last name, Remington. That is a gun. Like the
Yes.
gun. So, if you don't mind, please explain what made you decide to go at refer to yourself as Dallas Remington. The city and the gun. How did that came about together?
That is actually my birth name.
Oh,
So I was kind of born with it.
oh, gotcha. Oh,
Yeah, my mama said I knew what she was going to do. She came out the womb.
wow. Okay.
So kind of worked out perfectly, though.
Yeah, usually people by stage names, and then there's time by the actor names. But Dallas,
Yep.
okay, I got you. So,
Yeah.
you sent me some music to play, and I earlier I played "Hit the Dirt," and
Cool.
also played a song you put out recently. She found her freedom. Um,
Yeah.
so
Awesome.
I want to talk about "She Found Her Freedom," which since that is the
Okay.
recently released. Talk about recording that song and what's it about.
Oh, that song, it was so much fun to record. I wrote it with one of my really good friends, Miss Cindy Cooksey, who's another singer-songwriter down here in Nashville. And we got together a couple years ago, and we borrowed an office because we didn't have anywhere at the time to get together and write. And I had brought in that idea, and we didn't know how to develop it. We're like, well, that sounds like a fun challenge. So it was a lot of fun to write that song. A lot of people think it's my story, but I have to say, hey, it's not. My parents have given me complete freedom to do everything. My mom's down here in Nashville with me. But the song is basically just an empowerment song to tell you, basically, music was her freedom, and then road, and then the with her freedom as well. But it's about just finding whatever is your freedom and finding your escape through that.
So we all know that Nashville, Tennessee, is the mecca of country music.
Mm.
I've been interviewing some local artists in Nashville. One in particular, Miss Ashley, whom earlier this week, a picture of yourself and Ashley, and I told Ashley, "Hey, I'm interviewing your friend this week," and she responded by
Mm-hmm.
saying, "You're gonna love her." So,
Yeah.
what's, what, what,
I love her. She was at my house earlier this week, actually writing. She's one of my favorite people. She's the sweetest.
so I'd like to get support not just from fans, but for fellow artists like Ashley, who know what it's like to be an artist and the ups and downs and things like that.
I mean, it's just awesome because most of my friends are musicians, so we support each other. We're all fans of each other's music just because if I haven't been through something, maybe they have, and they can give perfect advice or give some advice, and then they're just there to support you because they know what you're going through most of the time. And it's just awesome having this community of people who are all doing the same thing and all want great things for everyone. So that's why I built my little, or they say tribe. So in my tribe, it's really big, and it's awesome to have so many people that are so close-knit and just trying to all make the same thing but make it happen for each other as well.
That's definitely great to hear, considering a lot of people's music, there's love, there's passion, there's a lot of drive that goes to it. Then there's people out there that wants to make it a competition, like survival of the fittest, especially you in Nashville. Like, it's a huge pond, and some people will go with the same cover songs and things like that, and I don't know, it could be difficult to stand out for everybody else. There's so much.
I try to stay away from the competition side of it. I'm just here to have a good time and live my dream, and I'm here to support anybody else who's doing the same thing.
That's a great attitude to have. I guess, but with country and everything, I don't see no competition side to it. Like, obviously, that's just people just have a story to tell, have a showcase their skills, want to get that. And I think that's that. Then, well, I want to be the best singer alive. So I think there's a lot of sincere that goes to country music artists out there that just want to support each other, and do music, and collaborations definitely would be fun too.
So I've had a few people want me to do some collaborations with different people, so we're going to get together and try to work on things like that because I think that's so much fun. I did one back past Christmas, did a collaboration with someone for like a Christmas song, and I thought it was a lot of fun because you just get like both people's fan bases, which are mutual fans, but like maybe one person doesn't have some of the followers that I have, but I can get them out there to them, and then I can get to their following as well. So I love collaborations, and I think it's a lot of fun. You get to meet new people and do fun things,
Very, very true. And now you grew up performing at local churches and country fairs and various music venues. So as far as the performance aspect, considering that you have performed in churches, and you perform in a variety of places, do you prepare differently when it comes to going out there performing in churches and other venues, depending on the crowd?
We do a little bit different set list when we sing at churches. There's some songs which I like to, everything I sing, I try to do family friendly as well because of my age and because of some of my family and some of my fans and children. So I want stuff that everyone can feel comfortable around. So it's not that much different, but when I do churches, I love to sing gospel music as well. So when I play church events, I try to throw in more gospel songs than I would in my normal set. And I just like, some songs like I love singing Folsom Prison Blues. Not going to sing that in a church service, So we kind of changed it up just a little bit. It's not much different because, like I said, I like to keep stuff family friendly anyways, so.
That's fair. People like to do a curveball on that set from time to time. When you got there's certain songs that you really like, that you really want to perform, but it's best not to perform. Just keep that to the venues, to the keep that to the other areas.
I have done church events before where I'll be like, there'll be a church service and then we have like a dinner afterwards, and they want me to sing at the dinner, and so I get there and I have all my gospel songs, and they're like, "Where's the Johnny Cash? Where's all the songs that we see you singing on?" Okay, I will stuff and I will do my country songs. I didn't realize what this was, but it's a lot of fun. I love things like that because, afterwards they just want to have fun too. So it's really cool. It's different, but it's a lot of fun.
So you have performed a variety of covers from Miranda
Mhm.
Lambert to Lee Bruce to Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton. What are some of your favorite covers that you like to sing?
Oh goodness, it's hard to pick. I mean, I've mentioned Folsom Prison I think about 5 times already. So Folsom Prison is actually my favorite song to cover. I love singing that song. It's so much fun. And a lot of different ones. I love all different kinds of music, so it's hard to pick my favorite because I do so many different genres, and I do different like I don't know. So in prison, and I love doing Loretta Lynn songs. Like "You Ain't Woman Enough" is one of my favorite songs to sing. So it's just like, you ask me tomorrow and probably be different ones. There's a different one every day, but it's just hard to pick your favorite.
Definitely gonna be challenging. And I handpicking songs, especially at the big shows and things like that. It's like you want to make sure that everything is good, everything's on point, and you've
Mhm.
practiced and practiced and things like that. Country music sadly lost some legends this past week.
I know.
So what's your take on the artists that passed to Troy, to Don, what they meant to you as an artist and what they meant to country music in general?
Actually, in a co-write about Troy and Dawn passing away, and I was talking to my writer. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just got to take a minute because they both meant a ton to me. I absolutely love Montgomery Gentry. That's one of the best concerts I'd ever been to in my life, and to see that, I broke down crying. Or I had to hold it back because I was in public, but I was just like crushed because of that. And then it just like I think 2 years ago this month actually, I saw them twice in a week because that's how much I love them. I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna go see them twice because they're both near me. And then I texted a friend and I was like, did you hear about Troy? And they said, well, did you hear about Dawn? And then when that hit me more, because the first time I ever heard my song on the radio, it was followed by "It Must Be Love" by Don Williams. So I'll always have that moment because that I was sitting in the studio, heard my song on the radio, and then heard his song and started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, they just played Don Williams after me. That's not right, because Don Williams is like such a legend. So to hear about him passing away, it just devastated me. I never got to see him live, unfortunately, but I still like it. Tulsa Time is another one of my favorite songs to cover. And I was very sad because he was in my hometown a few years ago doing a concert, and I had a show, so I wasn't able to go. And I wish I'd have done that because I've always wanted to see him. So it was like really saddening to hear about him passing away as well. And we lost truly a legend, and then we lost one of our best entertainers that we've had as well yesterday, and it was just very, very sad in country music.
They definitely were pioneers in country music and they bring to the table and how they conducted themselves as human beings. And I know some country singers here in Lexington, Kentucky, and they talked about what those two meant to them as artists themselves and how much of an influence that they've been in their careers and then performing covers of their songs as well. So it definitely was a huge loss in the country music world this past week.
Yes, it was.
Condolences goes out to the families of those who've lost them both. As for you, Dallas, what else you have in months? New music, upcoming shows, anything that people need to keep in mind?
Yeah, we are working on my debut album. I said my debut album. We're trying to get that out as soon as possible. We've got a new single that'll be out very soon. Right now we're Founder Freedom is at number 98 on Music Row charts and still climbing, so we're trying to get that one up and trying to get it to as many stations as possible. So we're on radio promoting that, and then I've got several shows coming up in the Nashville area in the next couple months. I know next Friday I'll be playing at the Commodore Grill down here at 10 o'clock. And then at the beginning of October, it looks like we're going to be going to Eastern Tennessee shows, so we're just kind of all over the place, and then a lot of stuff in Nashville and a lot of writing. So it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate your support and you keeping up with me and actually allowing me to be on the show. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
I appreciate to have you on, especially when it comes to Kentuckians out there.
Yes, so yeah. I saw where you're from, and I was like, oh yeah, Kentucky boy.
Well, I'm born in Mississippi. I've lived in Kentucky life.
Okay, you're a Kentucky boy. You've been here a lot, so
I got approval. I'm a Kentucky boy, according to Dallas.
Yes, sure.
So I will take that for sure. Before I let you go, Dallas, why don't you go ahead and promote your social media links and your website, and where can people hear your songs and purchase them?
Cool, yeah. Well, my website is DallasRemington.com, like we talked about earlier. Dallas like the city and Remington like the gun. And from there, it has all my links to all my social media, but all my social medias are basically just Dallas Remington. And Found Her Freedom is available to download everywhere. It's on Spotify, iTunes, CD Baby, Pandora. It's on all of them. So I really appreciate y'all checking all of it out. And then as well, like I said, it's at radios, so we call local radio stations and requesting it, and hopefully they'll start playing there as well. And I appreciate any plays we can get. So.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was just having a conversation with my friend W. He's in charge of TMV Cafe, which is where I do my shows, and they always are looking for music to be added to the station. So I will reach out to EW and see if he can get your songs added to the rotation. It's 24.
That would be awesome. So, thank you.
So continued success. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you come back to your neck of the woods and perform here sometime.
Yeah,
so
that would be amazing. That would be so much fun. I haven't done a show in Lexington. I've done Louisville for the state fair, but we'd love to come to Lexington sometime. But I forgot to mention this. I am downtown Nashville right now, about to go see Lady Anna, which is a bucket list because I've been trying to see them. So thank you so much for this interview. It's been awesome, Kenny. You rock, and I look forward to talking to you again. And I'll definitely try to get to Lexington and do a show soon.
That would be awesome.